The most important thing at this point in the very beginning stages is just community outreach. Obviously, you want to have a good website, social media, virtual tours. But the most important thing is to get in the community and raise the awareness for your coming facility. Even before you come, you can start. You can't market and tell people that you're a business, but you can start making connections. Nobody's stopping you from communicating with other people and telling them what you have, what you're working towards, and some things that you're going to be offering. So community outreach is important, but obviously branding and online presence and other things and working with placement agencies are important as well. But these are just, outreach is just very important. When it comes to your legal considerations, your LLC, corporation partnerships, especially if you're doing partnerships, I definitely consider I would definitely recommend bringing a lawyer in so everybody's getting on everybody's in writing, their roles, their responsibilities, their equity, and their position in the company. Don't do no homie, handshakes and, just going off nobody's word, no matter if it's your mother, your best friend, I won't go as far as wife, but you definitely want to have, a structured contract in place with everything you're doing. And then obviously your resident contracts, employee contracts, and all that stuff as well. That's not as I would you might not need you shouldn't need a lawyer for those. But and then you also want to think about insurance. You definitely want to be insured. So we can help you with all three of these different aspects. But yeah, we're gonna be covering this as well. Technology integration. There's a lot of different softwares out there. I would try to find something, inexpensive or even free. And we have different free stuff that we use when it comes to like resident management and scheduling. Um, some really inexpensive tools out there. You don't need it, like again, if you're not a big facility, you don't need to get with the big software programs. You could just use something, either really light or free. Security and surveillance access, obviously that's, we're gonna use Ring and things like that stuff. That stuff has really been inexpensive lately. And when it comes to telehealth and health and emergency responses, there's that a lot of new senior tools. A lot of doctors will do telehealth nowadays for your residents with your residents. So they'll be calling on video. They'll be doing video calls, so you don't have to, drag the resident to a doctor's office just to, for a checkup. The doctor do a lot of stuff online, and your caregivers and nurse can do blood pressure and stuff like that, and weight and things like that. You want to have a scale, obviously, so a lot of information can be done from home, and with technology, that's the telehealth advantage. And then again, we talked a little bit about quality assurance, feedback mechanism, surveys, suggestion boxes, for basically, family members and, residents. Most residents could talk pretty good and they could tell you what they want and what they feel. You ask all of you